The first officer walked up and immediately accused the auditor of flying a drone illegally, insisting it was still in the air. The auditor calmly corrected him. The drone had already landed. The officer then pointed to the controller's screen, clearly misreading what he saw. The auditor explained, "That's recorded footage, not a live flight." Instead of taking a moment to reassess, the officer stuck with the accusation, even though he had no evidence the drone was airborne. Then another problem arose. A second officer announced they would call the Civil Aviation Authority to impose a temporary flight restriction. But that only weakened their own argument. If they were only now trying to request a restriction, it proved none was in place during the flight. Which means the auditor hadn't broken any law at all. What we see here is an attempt to shift the rules after the fact, using a new restriction to justify action against a flight that was already legal and already over.
You bring it right down. Now,
I ain't got a drone up.
You've got a drone up.
I haven't.
You have. You walked past me with a drone.
I haven't got a drone up.
Where is your drone?
Pardon?
Where's your drone? Right. Just listen to me. Just go over a sec.
What?
Right. You've obviously got the drone up.
I haven't.
Well, you have.
No, I haven't.
Just listen to me.
No, you listen to me.
Right.
I haven't got a drone up.
Just listen to me.
Go ahead.
So what's that then?
That's some drone footage.
Right. Okay. So where's your drone?
Huh?
Where's your drone?
What's it got to do with you, buddy?
Right. Just so you know, you are committing an offence.
I'm not committing an offence at all. Am I flying at this minute?
Listen to me.
Am I flying?
Listen to me.
Go aheed.
Right.
Just to let you know, we'll contact the Civil Aviation Authority to put a temporary ban on fly.
Mate, he said I'm flying. No, I'm not.
So,
Am I flying?
so where's
Where's your drone?
What's it going to do with you guys? I'm not flying a drone.
The officer attempted to defend the arrest by pointing to Article 256 of the Air Navigation Order, which covers drones flown recklessly or in a way that puts people or property at risk. But that law simply didn't apply here. The auditor's flight posed no danger. He flew carefully, stayed clear of emergency services, and operated within every legal limit. He was using a DJI Mini, a sub-250G drone that falls into the lowest risk category under UK rules. Instead of asking a few simple questions or even checking whether the drone was still in the air, the officers chose to escalate. At one point, a female officer even grabbed the controller from his hands, an unsafe move that could have caused a crash if the drone had actually been flying. In the end, the irony was clear. The only reckless behavior in this encounter came not from the pilot, but from the officers themselves.
Come with your job.
right. Under Article 256 of the Air Navigation, you are committing an offence.
Offence? Am I flying a drone at this minute?
Near the building.
Look,
Okay.
the joypad's not moving.
You've got to
Look at that, guys. He's just said I'm committing an offence.
They can fly themselves. It's not stupid. I own a drone myself.
You want a drone? So am I committing an offence now?
Yes, you are.
So are you arresting me then?
Flying it
Are
near
you
the
arresting me?
structure. I'm going to take your details and someone just...
I'm not giving you the details.
I'll have to arrest you. You're giving me the
Go on then.
capacity to arrest
Go
you.
on then.
Right, okay.
I'm not flying a drone.
Under UK law, an arrest can only be made if there are reasonable grounds to believe an offence has been committed, not just on suspicion or to gather more information. The auditor responded exactly as he should, pointing out that he hadn't broken any law and that he held the correct license. But the officers didn't seem interested in that. They never asked what type of drone he was using, never checked whether a license was required, and never confirmed if his actions were legal before rushing into an arrest. What we see here isn't careful policing, it's guesswork. The most basic checks were ignored, and instead of following procedure, the officers relied on assumption, which turned their actions into a clear misuse of authority.
I'm not flying a drone. My drone's in my bag, you pair of muppets.
You want to give us the drone?
Mate, you've just am I being detained? Detained for what?
Committing an offence under the Aviation Act. Okay. I have told you that. I have asked you.
Am I being detained?
I've asked you.
Am I being detained? Am I arrested?
Yes, you are.
Right.
Okay, all you need to do is show us his drone.
My drone's in my bag.
I asked you. You said.
My drone is in my bag. Check my bag.
I was just trying to I know that. But he's made that decision. He's a grown man, and if he wants...
Mate, no, my drone's in my bag. I've told him it's in my bag. He's detaining me, arresting me for a
We
drone.
need to get your details as well, your name and address as well.
What? I was flying it before you actually told me it was an offence. Why is it an offence when I've got a... Are you arresting me? Serious?
Yes, I've just arrested you.
Will you check that bag just to make sure my drone's in there?
Once we've established safety details.
This is... Hey, do you know what? This is an unlawful...
Listen to me, alright, before you start shouting. Once we've ascertained your details and confirmed who you are, we can look at de-arresting you in relation to...
De-arresting me? I've not committed an offence from the start. I've got a licence and everything.
This moment highlights a subtle but familiar tactic officers sometimes use to apply pressure without making it look obvious. The female officer casually asked the auditor for his name. When he calmly declined and explained he wasn't legally required to give it without having committed an offense, she quickly pulled back with, "I was only asking." On the surface it sounded harmless, but the move was deliberate. It put the auditor in a position where standing up for his rights could be painted as unreasonable, while the officer maintained a posture of innocence. The truth is simple. When a uniformed officer asks for your name in a tense encounter, it almost never feels like casual small talk. It carries authority, it implies an expectation, and it puts pressure on the person being questioned whether they realize it or not.
First, mate, that you're doing the wrong thing. The law...
You come with me.
Pardon? It wasn't playing, mate.
Come with me.
Jog on, you muppet. Who's got the controller and the phone?
What did you do?
I need that control and the phone because he's got the evidence, mate.
Right, okay.
I proved to you I weren't flying a drone.
You haven't proved it, you was being awkward.
Mate, you said that I was flying a drone.
Controller is. I can't talk, you're shouting.
I have got handcuffs on and they're hurting, mate.
Have you got his controller?
Right.
I do.
We'll take the controller.
So look at that, that's still going as we speak.
Right.
That was from footage before when there was no blocker in the area.
Just search his bag.
Yeah, of course, mate. What was your name, fella?
I'm not telling you my name. I'm not telling you my name. I'm not obliged to because I'm not committed an offence.
When the officer searched the auditor's bag and discovered the drone inside, it confirmed exactly what the auditor had been saying from the start. The drone was never in the air. This was the turning point, because it wiped away the very basis of the arrest. The claim was that the auditor had been flying a drone unlawfully, but the reality now proved beyond doubt that he hadn't been flying at all. At this stage, you might expect the officer to pause, reassess, or even acknowledge the mistake. Instead, he pressed on as though nothing had changed. Yet the facts were undeniable. With the drone grounded, there was no danger, no interference, and no breach of law. The arrest rested entirely on assumption, not evidence. And with that assumption exposed, the case had no real ground left to stand on, only the officer's unwillingness to admit he was wrong.
Now,
I've already told you, under the Aviation Act, you are committing offence. You're flying a drone near buildings.
near buildings.
Without a licence, you can't do that.
I've got a licence. I've got a licence. Am I permitted to give you a licence? Because this area is exempt from the CAA.
What is it?
Eh?
Where's the drone?
It's in the bag. Look through the rest of the bag. Not inside the bag, not that bit.
Sorry guys, can I just ask you to take a couple of steps back for me? Thank you.
No, it's sorry.
Oh, so now Constable is seeing that my drone's in the bag, as it is. It wasn't flying when he pulled me and put me in handcuffs. So now, this is a wrongful arrest. Am I still being detained, Constable? Please let me know soon, because the longer this goes on, the more you will be a civil court matter. Okay. And I will prosecute you.
That's fine.
Personally. You've detained...
Make complaints, Lancashire Constabulary, mate, by all means do so.
Are you being cocky, Louis?
No, I'm telling you where to make your complaint.
Peace, what's your collar number?
Sergeant 5409.
Sergeant 540. Are you happy with your constable doing what he's done to me?
You'd like to make a complaint?
Are you happy with what your constable's done to me?
Ashley?
Can he let me out of these cuffs?
The auditor answers calmly and confidently, making it clear that if he chooses to fly the drone again, he can do so fully within the law because he holds a valid license and knows the regulations. And he's correct. UK drone laws are straightforward. If a flight meets the Civil Aviation Authority's requirements for airspace, category, and safety, then no officer has the right to shut it down simply because they feel uneasy. The officer's warning wasn't rooted in law, it was rooted in pride. Even after the arrest had been shown to have no legal basis, he refused to admit fault. Instead, he tried to cling to authority by throwing out vague threats and intimidation, hoping to reassert control. In the end, it only highlighted the gap between lawful regulation and poor policing on display.
You are committing the offence, okay?
How can I commit offence when I wasn't flying?
At the time, you wouldn't tell me whether you was flying or not.
I wasn't committing an offence.
Right? Listen to me. At the time, I suspected you was committing the offence.
No, you said I was committing an offence.
Because you wouldn't tell me you had the drone in the bag.
No, I told you I didn't have it.
No, you didn't.
Mate, you've done an unlawful arrest on me today. What's your calling number?
You can have a call at 8512. Okay? Listen to me. You're now de-arrested because you're not flying the drone. Should you fly
I tried to tell you I wasn't flying a drone.
Should you that drone take off, you will be arrested.
No, I won't. Okay. No, I won't. If I want to fly that,
CCTV are monitoring.
When the officer asked, "So that lets you fly over people and buildings?" It was obvious he didn't understand how the law actually applies to the DJI Mini. The truth is yes, it does. Under UK drone regulations, any drone under 250 grams, like the DJI Mini, is permitted to fly close to or even directly over people and buildings, provided it's operated safely. This model falls under the A1 subcategory of the open category, which was created for very lightweight, low-risk drones. Because of this, there's no fixed distance required from people or property, and flights in towns, cities, and other built-up areas are allowed. These rules exist for a reason. Drones of this size pose very little risk, and the law is designed to reflect that. The officer's tone suggested the auditor was bending the rules, but the reality is the opposite. He was operating completely within them, with the law on his side the entire time.
What are you saying? If I fly that now, I'm being arrested?
Are you going to keep still, or it's going to hurt when you take your handcuffs off?
Listen, stop pushing my back. You're making things a lot worse.
It's going to hurt.
You muppet.
Don't be swearing.
I will swear, because he's arrested me for nothing.
You're going to get yourself locked up for something else.
Locked up for what? Public order?
Breach of the peace or public order.
Breach of the peace. Go on, crack on, crack on. You put me in handcuffs for nothing. Don't put them on the other way around next time, you Joey. You not put a pair of handcuffs on, or what? So why are you twisting them like that?
Your hand away.
I ain't pulling. Do you think I want to walk away with that on me? You Joey. You're a muppet, mate. You've arrested. What you arresting me then for nothing? I weren't flying a drone, and it's illegal to fly a drone here.
All right, okay.
Is it not?
Prove it then.
Prove it. I'll give you my operator's ID.
Go on then. Okay.
Go on then.
Let's have a look at your ID.
I'm going to give you my operator's ID right now, where it's legal to fly a drone right here.
Okay. So that says that you can fly above buildings and people.
Yeah. Do you know what type of drone this is?
When the auditor calmly presented his operator ID, he was being open and cooperative, even though he wasn't legally required to. Instead of recognizing that, the officer reacted by threatening to report him and have his license revoked. It came across as a weak attempt to regain control after being shown up. What the officer failed to realize is simple. If any flight restriction had truly been in place, the DJI Mini's built-in geofencing system would have automatically prevented the drone from even taking off. The fact that it was able to fly proves that the flight was fully legal at the time. There was no breach, no offense. Just an unnecessary arrest and an officer trying to defend a decision that never should have been made in the first place. In the end, it highlighted poor judgment and a lack of understanding of the very rules he was supposed to uphold.
Claim against you, right? I'm going to show you the drone.
This is the drone. I don't know what they are.
Do you see that there, buddy?
It's the DJI Mini. I know.
DJI Mini. It's under 250 grams, right? Yeah. Nothing around here in Preston is exempt from me flying above, and I wouldn't be. I wouldn't
near a burning building.
I was 120 metres above the sky, buddy.
And interfering with emergency.
Not interfering, no.
Yes, you
not interfering.
Yes, it was.
How was it interfering? No, it wasn't. No, it wasn't.
Hence why it's
Don't lie. Don't lie.
Have you got your licence?
What?
You got your licence?
For one, I'm not permitted to show you my licence.
You just told me you're going to show me, now you're not.
But do you know what that is? That's my operator's licence number.
Right, so I will contact then the CAA and I will let them know about your unlawful flying of the drone.
It wasn't unlawful.
You'll lose your licence, won't you?
No, it won't.
You're being monitored.
The auditor made it clear from the start. The drone wasn't even in use. But instead of asking the simplest follow-up questions, like what model it was, whether restrictions applied, or if the footage was live, the officer jumped straight to making an arrest. Just half a minute of proper checks would have shown that no law had been broken. Unfortunately, like too many others, this officer showed little grasp of CAA rules, especially those that apply to drones such as the DJI Mini. He never asked about its category, didn't consider its lightweight design, and seemed unaware that certain flights are perfectly legal, even in busy, built-up areas. In the end, the lack of basic knowledge led to an unnecessary arrest and a situation that could have been easily avoided with a few simple questions.
That will stop me flying.
Carry on shouting, you're going to get locked up.
No, I won't stop shouting. No, what? This is me.
Right.
What are you going to arrest me for? What are you going to arrest me
for? A breach of the peace, as simple as that.
Oh, breach of the peace? You can't be offended.
Right.
You can't be offended.
I can't be offended. These firefighters can. This baby here in this pram can.
I'm really. Do you know what I'm offended? You're a muppet.
All right.
Yeah. Do you know why? Because you illegally arrested me then.
All right. Cool.
Yeah. Did you not illegally arrest me then?
You're not suspected.
My wrist. Look at my wrist there. Right. My wrists are killing for what you did. You are a muppet.
Right, put a complaint.
8512.
Yes.
Yeah.
Put a complaint. It's fine.
It's fine. Yeah. Look at you laughing about it. What type of a Joey are you? You are a tyrant, Constable. You think you can do that to people when I've got a license for a drone?
Okay.
Have I got a license?
That
will be proven in court.
Real license.
Pardon? You didn't actually put me in handcuffs. That's not the way you do it.
Flying the drone. You said no. You said yes. You wouldn't tell me whether you was flying the drone.
Oh, so you just arrest people on that?
You wouldn't show me.
You need to know. See.
As the officer walked away, he tossed a smug wave over his shoulder. It wasn't friendly. It was meant to mock, as if he thought he had the upper hand. What he didn't realize at the time, and what the recording made very clear, was that this wasn't a victory for him at all. It was a major lapse in proper conduct, and it would come back on him later. The auditor, who stayed calm, respectful, and fully within his rights, went on to file a civil case over the wrongful arrest. In the end, the case was resolved in his favor. Just a few months back, he officially received a payout of £1,150, confirmed through proper records and documentation.
Because there's members of the public there that are offended by.
Are you offended by what I just said?
So listen to me. Back it in with the language.
I'm speaking to you.
Simple as move on.
No, I'm going this way.
Right, move that way then.
Is my silence good enough for you?
Yes, that's perfect.
Is that all right?
Yeah.
You're a tyrant, aren't you?
Keep an eye on this guy for us, please.
Keep an eye. He's all right with me. He's all right. He's all right.
Excuse me, you stood in my way.
Huh? You're stood in my way.
How we doing, kid?
Look at this guy. He's a proper tyrant. Idiot. He just arrested me. Everybody, this is the Preston Police Force for you. Joey.
You're a tyrant.